Portable power stations and solar generators are all over the market these days. There's so many brands and options to choose from.
Typically, they're used in RVs, trailers, car camping, and for other front country activities, but not as well suited to the type of grueling, remote backcountry trips that we prefer.
But we may have just found the right fit for us. Enter the AllPowers R600 Compact Solar Generator.
Can we see ourselves traveling with a solar generator on our remote backcountry trips? Stick around and find out.
Hi campers, we're here at our off-grid cabin in the wilderness and we're testing out our new AllPowers R600 power station.
So generally we pack in some smaller power banks to charge our gear, to keep our Zoleo charged. But this time we brought in this one unit, a single unit that can do all of those things. And we're finding it pretty handy actually out here. And it's solar powered, so it can be charged with the solar panels. So we could be out here for like weeks and still
Months,
have power. Yeah.
Years. Yeah, so you can plug it into the wall to your normal AC outlet at your home and charge it up that way. And it charges on the fast setting, it charges at about 400 watts, which means this will go from 0 to fully charged in just around an hour. And we've tested that out and we found that to be true. Just from opening the box. Now they also sent us this beautiful 4-panel solar panel charger that you can plug that in and it'll charge. It says it's rated for up to 140 watts, but we haven't found that. In full sun, we've got it up to about 90 watts of charging power, which means it charges in about 4 hours from 0 just on solar. And it's a little bit sunny out today, so we were testing that out as well.
The solar panels themselves actually can connect directly to devices, so you can charge your devices directly from the solar panels.
Yeah, which is a really neat feature. It doesn't just power this and charge this. It can actually charge your devices directly. It's got USB outlets on the actual solar panel itself, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, so we could use the solar panel on a canoe trip without having the actual power bank with us.
Something else neat about the solar panels, which is, I think, atypical, or at least it's not with every solar panel, are the fact that it's got fold-out legs, kickstands on the back of each panel that allows you to angle the solar panel, because as you know, solar panels really don't work all that well unless they're facing exactly perpendicular at the sun. And so you can actually stand these. You don't have to lean it against a tree or against a rock. It'll actually independently stand and angle, which is, again, just the little things that the folks at AllPowers thought of so that you didn't have to.
We also had it with us on a backcountry camping trip along Lake Superior. Without the luxurious indoors of a cabin, and found it to be super easy to transport. It has a handle that comes up or goes down.
Yeah, we love that. A lot of other models have a handle, but it's kind of built in, so you can't stack things on it. And so the fact that this hides away is really, really nice. And it hides away behind this wireless charging station for your phone. So you just literally set your phone on top of here, and it'll actually charge up your phone in a hurry, which is kind of cool.
It's nice, and it keeps the phone out. Well, we were on a beach, so it keeps it out of the sand. keeps it clean.
People often advertise these types of power banks or these power stations as super portable, and you're going to bring these into the backcountry. You'll see photos online of hikers with a backpack on carrying their solar panel in this, and that's not really what we do. We like to get deep into the backcountry often.
Ready?
But actually this has proven really useful for us for our winter camping, as well coming up to this off-grid cabin where instead of bringing our little individual 20,000 milliamp hour power banks, we bring this and it powers the lights all night, plus charges up our camera batteries, charges up our phones. Itself, it actually has its own built-in light, so if you're in a power outage or something, this will just light your way, which is really, really neat.
They come in different sizes. This particular one weighs approximately 16 pounds. So it wasn't too heavy to pack in for Jay.
Yeah.
It could probably fit in my pack. Also, I could probably handle a 16 pound, but I think they come also smaller or larger, depending on your needs.
This one seemed to fit our needs. So when we were choosing one for us, we didn't think one that was larger was really necessary. So R600, this has a capacity of 600 watts of continuous power. And it's got a surge capacity, they say, of 1200 watts. Often when you're starting up, say like a pump or a motor of some kind, it'll have a surge need for 1000 or 1200 watts. That'll handle this, and then it'll even itself out at about 600 watts. And we've tested it. Again, we don't really boil water out here. We use fire. We don't add heaters to this. We haven't really tested it in that way just because that's not what we need it for. We use it mostly for charging and for running lights, and it's more than enough for that. So it's got a great display setup. It shows you what sort of percentage you have left, how long you have approximately with the battery power you have remaining, with what load you're using on it. They'll say like, oh, this will charge, you know, at this many watts for this many hours, and it's kind of baloney, but we've noted that this has been pretty accurate. So this handy, beautiful display here. Beside that, you're gonna see a 12 volt, what we would think would be like a cigarette lighter or a car charger. And here you've got alternating current, 220 volt, basically wall plugs. And so the power inverter has two sides. One is the AC side and one is the DC, direct current side, that's got two USB-A and two USB-C charging ports. So they're not all live at once. It helps to conserve power. You can activate the AC side by pushing that button, and you can activate the DC side by pushing that button. So these covers here cover the AC power covers and the DC 12 volt, just so that you're not getting debris and sticks and sand. Inside. Yeah, sand is an issue. Those of you who camp on sand know that once you're on sand, everything's got sand in it, except these plugs. It's also really neat because you can control it via an app on your cell phone that's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled.
In the app, you can control the charging modes, turn on and off the AC and DC inverters, and even turn the built-in light on and off.
So we're not experts in power or batteries. We're not experts even in camping, if we're honest.
Hey, hold on, baby, just get back in there. Oh.
Panic back on.
What do you want? Whoa. Are you okay, babe? Oh, so close.
But we know some cool facts about this. So this particular unit, and actually I believe all of the units in this line of AllPowers products, has actually a 5-year warranty on the battery, which is kind of unusual. Typical for things in this, especially in this price range, is only a 1-year warranty. And I think that's due to the fact that this is a lithium iron phosphate battery, or a LiFePO battery. And I think you can cycle up to 8,000 cycles of recharging on that battery, which is going to get you way more than 5 years of use. And also another neat feature about the LiFePO batteries, they don't catch fire. even if you puncture them, it won't catch fire. And it's just because of the chemistry of the battery itself, which is another really, really cool thing.
And I feel like in this day and age with insecure weather events and climate change, that a unit like this would even be handy in our home if the power was out for a short period of time. I think this would keep us going for a while.
So we had an ice storm go through the province of Ontario a couple of weeks ago, and we found it really neat that this particular unit is set up to be a UPS or uninterrupted power supply. So you can plug your device, say it's your computer or your sump pump, into this and then plug this into the wall if you fear that there's a power outage that's going to occur. And the UPS function is said to actually kick in 10 milliseconds. We didn't have to do that. We didn't lose power, but we thought that was a neat feature that you could have.
Yeah, and definitely we felt a little more at ease having this in our house when we thought that the power was going out. I don't know. I feel like it's given us a little bit extra peace of mind, and it's handy and it keeps our devices charged for a long period of time. It would be nice to have this unit with us as opposed to multiple power banks.
Yeah, for us, it's perfect for here in our off-grid cabin. Or bringing it with us when we go camping in the winter in our hot tent, when we're doing a little more glamping style camping. I don't know if it's small enough for us to actually take it on a 8-day canoe trip we're about to go on. I'm considering it, to be honest, because it is pretty portable. It doesn't have sharp edges. It's really sleek and not very heavy.
Depending on how many portages we have would probably depend if we took this on a long backpacking trip, but we like it. It's nice just to make your life easier.
More convenient, so you can glamp more efficiently.